Really like reading. Like reading's a really big part of my life. I work in a bookstore for my day job. So yeah, reading's a big one. Honestly, just like fucking taking walks. You know, like the thing that's like, I have to go take a stupid little walk for my stupid little mental health. It's like, it's upsetting, but that it actually is really accurate. Just honestly, just like watching movies and like chilling out with my partner. You know, like we've been watching a lot of older films recently, and that's been really cool. And in general, I think as an artist, I think it's also really important for me to be a consumer. You know what I mean? So like, I love listening to music. I love watching things. I love being someone who is a fan of stuff and like soaks up stuff. Last movie I watched, last book I read. I think the last movie we watched. Let me get I got my Letterboxd. If you're on Letterboxd, you could check me out. Last film that I watched was Jaws. Actually, we rewatched Jaws, which I guess is kind of a summer thing. I don't think we really thought about it at the time. We just like sharks. Sharks are cool. Great use of music in that film. John Williams is the man. And then the last book I read, I just did this thing in August called the Seeley Challenge. Nicole Seeley is this really great poet, and she has this like challenge that she does on social media and in general, where you're sort of challenged to read a collection of poetry every day for the month of August, so like 31 poetry collections. I didn't quite make it to all 31, I don't think, although I need to double check my numbers. But the last book that I read sort of as part of that challenge, and I read a lot of really great collections last month that I enjoyed a lot, but I think the last one that I got all the way through and finished was Up Late by Nick Laird, which is a nice short book of poems. I hadn't read any of Nick Laird's work before, so it was cool to engage with that poetry. Yeah, I mean, I've been posting some stuff relating to that recently. I mean, I also am thinking about the fact that so it was National Suicide Prevention or World Suicide Prevention Day earlier this week. A little earlier this week, it was like Suicide Prevention Day, and like 2 or 3 days before that was like the anniversary of Mac Miller passing. And I feel like I've been thinking about Mac a lot and how he was an artist who was really vulnerable about his struggles with mental health and mental illness and addiction and all these things. And I guess what I'll say as like a person who struggles with suicidal ideation, right? Who has like not always necessarily wanted to be alive and be here. I think the main encouragement I can offer people, which is like, just find reasons to stick around. You know what I mean? Just find, even if it's a small thing, like finding, if it's a song, or if it's just like the way that flower looked today, or if it's, something someone said to you that made you feel good. Like I think sometimes it can feel, the feeling of not really wanting to be here can be like really crushing and really overwhelming. And it can feel like there isn't any sort of, sensible way to like reproach that or reason your way out of it. And so for me, I think it's just a thing of like, just find stuff that like makes you feel good and gives your life meaning and just keep trying to push through, because the feeling will pass. And for me, a lot of that is the art, whether that's like consuming it or listening to music or stuff like that, or making it and expressing. Like that's a big part of the reason I do it is because it helps me want to stick around here.